Look at me. Look at me like I'm a Somali pirate. I'm the captain. But look at me again. I think you're bluffing. I'm going to call your bluff right now. Because you're hiding behind religiosity to say, oh no, I don't really want much. I want to do less than a third. But all talk, you're lazy. More than likely, you're out of shape because you think, oh yeah, bro, I don't care about this worldly life, so I'm going to just get fat. Bro, that's not the way to go about anything. To just half step it and then try to hide behind the deen of Allah, something that's very sacred, and say, yeah, bro, I don't care about the dunya. That doesn't mean you just let yourself go. I think you're wrong, and I'm calling you out on it. When it comes down to anything, especially trying to be ambitious, it all matters on what are your intentions and what are your goals. How you actually trying to approach it. It's not because you want to make a lot of money. That's haram and you're just chasing the dunya necessarily. Why are you trying to make that money? The mindset and the why is what is more important than the task actually at hand. Obviously, if it's haram, then that's a no-brainer. But if you're trying to make money, if you're trying to make money in halal, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. We got to break down and beat up this construct of just because you're trying to really chase a bag, you have some motion with Allah's permission, that it's a bad thing. In fact, you can make an argument it's a good thing because what? If you're doing it for his sake, you can give, you can spend in Allah's sake, and then you could be a qawam, you can provide. Think about it. If you're doing what you're doing as a man, then you're already in the right track. But if you're trying to flex and stunt for Instagram, what the hell are you, bro? What is you doing? Like, that's not the proper reasons that you should be trying to do it. And then if that's the case, you are chasing the dunya. There's a delicate balance because people go on the extreme end talking about some, yeah, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, I don't want to do this because I'll be chasing the dunya, this, then the third. But how are you going to provide if you don't really try to chase a bag and dare to be great? And in general, daring to be great can help you in other endeavors of your life, not just financial things. Think about it. If you're daring to be great, let's say, for example, trying to study ilm, you're daring to actually go and learn more and more and more and more. That's daring to be great in another endeavor. Like, daring to be great doesn't just limit to you in just money or being ambitious. Matter of fact, you should be ambitious in any endeavor of your life. And that lack of ambition, trying to hide behind religiosity, is not a good thing. Like, especially when it comes to lifting weights or like being fit and in shape. Some people might say, oh, bro, such and such, you're trying to worry about the dunya, whoop-de-whoop-de. No, I say you're wrong. Because there's authentic narrations of Rasulullah, how when he was 50, he was in shape. His stomach was lined in with his navel. I'm forgetting, with his chest. It was in line with his chest. That's the way you should be. You should be in shape. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I probably might have it on the screen, where it's a narration of Umar ibn Khattab talking about how a man came up to him and he was like, he looked at the man and he was like, man, had a mean gut on him. He said, yeah, what is that? In disgust, like, yo, this is a gift from Allah. He said, no, it's a curse. So being fat in a sense is not really that good, being out of shape. You should be in shape as any individual, man or woman. Don't let yourself go trying to think, oh, it's because of the dunya. I don't want to be attached to the dunya. Take care of the body Allah gave you. That's one of the things you should be doing. You should try to be in shape. You should try to be fit. I'm not saying, yo, look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, because that's actually unhealthy. But being relatively fit, I'm not even saying you got to be like, stupid in my muscle. Just take care of yourself. Don't just say, oh, I don't care about the dunya, woo-dee-woo-dee-woo, to not take care of yourself. You're wrong. Don't do that. I want to harp on something. It's about daring to be great. And when daring to be great is really important because it can actually help you as a Muslim. Why do I say this? Because it is known that Allah loves the strong believer more than he loves the weak believer. So if you're daring to be great in other aspects, you're training in the gym, you're trying to get your money on point, you're trying to get your body in shape, getting your mind on point, and you becoming a stronger believer, becoming a stronger Muslim, becoming something that Allah generally loves, a stronger believer. But also, when it comes down to the finances, I'm going to be paraphrasing this here, but it's about when the upper hand gives to the lower hand. Allah surely loves the upper hand. So in giving necessarily. So if I'm giving, Allah loves the person that's giving more than the person that's receiving. So why not be the person that is actually has the means and the ability to give? So being able to actually, with Allah's permission, have a good amount of money so that you can then give in his cause and give in his sake. So if you would genuinely dare to be great or really be ambitious with what you want to do, then that can lead you becoming a better Muslim. because that's the end of the day. We want to be the best Muslims that we can possibly be. And before I go, I want to ask you a question. I want you to look inward. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Especially if you want to be ambitious. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it to be egotistical? To try to chase women? Just stunt on Instagram and just for the money and the riches? Or are you trying to use it to become a better Muslim? Are you using it as a tool to become better? And yes, with this, you might battle your intentions, but that's okay. That's how you know your heart is still alive. If your heart is dead, it wouldn't matter. You would just think straight only about the motion. I hope this video helped you guys. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. Do all that YouTube stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.